from Massachusetts is recognized.
Madam Speaker, this is the second time the gentleman has said that all the tapes of what happened on January 6th were released. Maybe he can tell us where can the general public find them. I mean, how do they get access to them? Yield, yeah.
I never said that. I said you could have released them.
Well, no, you said that I would claim my time. Madam Speaker, the gentleman said that all the tapes had been released. The only person who got the tapes was a political hack at Fox News who used them to distort the reality and the truth and to insult the service of the people who work up here, including our Capitol police officers. And I'm for releasing as much as can be released so long as it doesn't violate any kind of security protocols. But let's listen to what the U.S. Capitol Police Chief said in response to Tucker Carlson's coverage of January 6th. He said, "Last night, an opinion program aired commentary that was filled with offensive and misleading conclusions about the January 6th attack. The opinion program never reached out to the department to provide accurate context. One false allegation is that our officers helped the rioters and acted as, quote, tour guides. This is outrageous and false. The department stands by the officers in the video that was shown last night. I don't have to remind you how outnumbered our officers were on January 6th. Those officers did their best to use de-escalation tactics to try to talk rioters into getting each other to leave the building. The program conveniently cherry-picked from the calmer moments of our 41,000 hours of video. That commentary fails to provide context about the chaos and violence that happened before or during these less tense moments. Finally, the most disturbing accusation from last night was that our late friend and colleague Brian Sicknick's death had nothing to do with his heroic actions on January 6th. The department maintains, as anyone with common sense would, that had Officer Sicknick not fought valiantly for hours on the day he was violently assaulted, Officer Sicknick would not have died the next day. And as some people select from 41,000 hours of video clips that seemingly support their narrative they want to push, those of you who were here on January 6th, those of you who were in the fight, those of you who ensured that no member of Congress was hurt, those of you who contributed to the effort to allow this country's legislative process to continue, know firsthand what actually happened. And I would just simply say, Madam Speaker, if we want to make sure that we do not see another January 6th ever occur again in our country's future, well then we all ought to speak with one voice and condemn what happened that day and characterize it for what it was, an attack on our democracy. And I reserve my time.
The gentleman from Massachusetts reserves.